Whoop whoop. Hey guys, it's WarmConnell007 here and welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna do a bit of a different type of video. You guys have actually requested videos like this where essentially doing a tier list, but I can be bothered putting images, so I'll just talk you through it. It was that. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the sub. We're getting so close to 5,000 subscribers. I've seen some absolutely massive growth recently. If you do enjoy the videos and in the content, please do hit the like button as well. So with this video, I thought I'd do something slightly different, but I think everybody kinda is asking for this at the same time. I'm gonna list or rank rather the starter Loomians, their final evolutions in PvP right now in the meta. This is my opinion, this is solely my opinion. Everyone has their own opinions, but I don't think I'm too wrong. There might be a couple that you could shuffle around, but not massively much, I would say, changing about, to be honest with you. So we'll start at the bottom upwards. So we've got all of our starters here. We've got Tata, Valkyrie, Luminati, Himber, Zulong, Vesperatu, and Seer Knight. So all the final evolutions of all the starters. In at number 7 right now is my favorite starter, unfortunately. It's Tata, guys. Tata is absolutely at the bottom of the pit right now. It's ×4 weak against Toxic. You've got Diborg, Bluetox, Gobademic, common, absolutely commonplace. Not only that, get absolutely smashed by dark type moves. And plant being strong against water, generally you have like water types that are faster on it with dark type moves. You have metal type Loomians with dark type moves. If you're struggling for a move, it gets a dark type move, so it's just like mega chomp, slap down everywhere. Thing with Tatab is obviously it gets its base ability for awakening, which could, it is good. The secret ability is near pointless at the moment, to be honest with you. It's thriving pace, which means if you put a status condition on you, you double your speed. So if you burn Tatab, your melee attack goes down, so you could potentially run a range set. If you paralyze it, you act second, so pointless, and there is no toxic orb at the moment, so rip that completely. So that doesn't really help it, Good buff would be maybe give it vigorous. So if it did have a status, it could hit double hard. It does learn ill will, I do believe. Let me just double check here as well. Yeah, it learns ill will as well, so that could be an option. But if you had vigorous on it, like Tata would probably do some decent damage. Like move wise, like I'd run stretch on Tata, like just to try and get a speed increase across other people. It needs a miracle right now. Arguably mixed Tatab or potentially ranged Tatab would be better right now. Yes, Worm, what about running Nature's Force? It can beat Venticine. Yes, can. What else we're gonna do here? You know what I mean? It really genuinely struggles at the moment. So for me, Tatab is number 7. Like from Munspatter, Barter, Dodge, it's Toxic Tail. Severely lacks a good melee attack move. Like this is obviously an old one here I have anyway. 200, 200, 100. Heaven forbid. But if you look at its melee attacks, 126. Like its range attacks at 80. Doesn't make sense even trying to run it ranged. Doesn't really have a heavy plant type stab at the moment, like bushwhack hitting 65. And when it goes above level up, apparently it's going to get a better grass move, or plant move. Question is, I still, well, I don't think that's enough still. It needs something different. It gets a bit of utility in using poison, but right now Tatab needs a miracle. So number 7 for Tatab for me. There's just too much out there that does far too much damage to it. Like dark moves, fire, it's going to hit you for ×2, air is going to hit you for ×2, spirit and mind. Tata needs a miracle. Okay, so in at number 7 we got Tata. Number 6, and I'll be honest with you, Tata is a clear number 7. The rest of these guys so close together, but in at number 6 for me right now is probably Seer Knight. Seer Knight actually enjoys the introduction of Cosmere being added, because it can deal with it. Of course, you're going to have potentially Unleashed, can hypnotize and spam, bulk up, but generally it's typing. It makes it that bit better, to be honest with you. Obviously the introduction of the Very Evolutions as well, it does kind of complement it in terms of its typing. So it, in a sense, the newer Loomians have improved its standing. The thing is though, it's kind of a one-trick pony. You know exactly what you're going to get from it. You know, if again it has Awakening as a normal ability, you could potentially run secret ability, which is terrifying, which drops its melee attack down, and then you could end up running kind of a robust, or you know, potentially run like a clever set. The only thing that you have there that's an issue, it's got no sort of ability to heal. There's things that could use a health amulet far better than Seer Knight, to be honest with you. So it does genuinely struggle. You know, Seer and Steel, it's a fantastic move. Having a bit of slap down on it is good. Obviously you can remove an item, you can put chase down onto it as well. You know, stats wise, it's, you know, it can be very good. Obviously with this set out, you potentially move at 96 on the HP, put on the melee defense, whatever way you kind of want to run it. But you know, genuinely, that's a set I've covered in the video anyway. In terms of yourself, you know, it appreciates the new Loomians coming in, because it's going to hit them a lot harder, but at the same time it's genuinely limited to what it's going to do. You know, Earth doesn't care if taking a slap down. You know, Thunder going to hit you for ×4 as well. So looking at that at the moment, you know, Seer Knight is doing okay. Still got Water, Electric and Brawler going to hit you for ×2. Earth's going to hit you for ×4. You know, you have to run this melee. It really just doesn't have the stats to run it ranged. But yes, it gets Fire Breath. It's a 90 power move. Yeah, but its stats on the range side are absolutely useless. It needs something. It needs either some sort of health recovery, or instead of power focus, maybe Brawn boost. Seer Knight is still good in certain teams, but right now you kind of know what you're going to come up against in terms of moves. That's the issue that Seer Knight has, which moves us nicely onto our number 5. Number 5 in the list for me, it has to be Zulong. The thing with Zulong right now is it's predictable. People are trying to run very smart, to hit a bit harder, because everyone expects very nimble. You know, with the utility noodle one. The issue it still has is Elemental Burst and Thunderstrike and Ancient Roar are like default on Zulong, absolutely default. You know, it's going to run and it's going to have that great pace and that range attack. You could run the secret ability with Brute Force, and you could run it with melee. I've tried doing it. The problem is it just doesn't hit hard enough. The reason why it appears higher than Seer Knight for me right now is the fact of its pace, and the fact that it has that Ancient Roar, the ability to actually be able to pivot. I think that's really important for it. Also with the likes of the Cosmere coming in, you know, it does allow you to hit it a bit harder. you know, it can deal with the likes of the Vari evolutions, can deal with, you know, Kyrillin if it doesn't stretch off. It also deals with the R-type Vari. I just went blank there for a second. Don't annoy me. What do you call it? Don't annoy me. Went blank. Zeppelin. It deals with Zeppelin coming in. A lot of people are running the likes of Tank Diborg. You know, it deals with that very well. You know, it's the one thing that Zulong has is a pace. Like, even if you're new to the game, like, you don't need a brain cell how to run a Zulong, but at the same time, it has that same issue. Got no sort of health recovery. But Zulong, compared to the others, it doesn't even have any way of really boosting its attack. So for me, guys, it's a solid 5 right now. Just because it's speed and potentially win you games. Going into number 4 then. So far we've had in at 7. We had Tata and at 7. We had Serenite and at 6. And at 5 we had Zulong. In a 4 for me, and I had to really think about this one. In a 4, I actually had Himber. Himber is really good right now, for a number of reasons. Got a great health, so it uses a health amulet very well. You can run it either defensive or offensive. You could run it the fact that go very brawny. You could run being a haste. You know, you could set up a snow dozer. It causes complete panic and complete trouble. What else? Icicle traps gives it that extra bit of utility. Zeppelin doesn't appreciate it. Some of the newer Loomians just do not appreciate Himber. Also, with its type in Ice and Earth, it's absolutely superb. You can come in on the, you know, thunder moves, electric moves, and nullify them. You know, Yeti's Wrath locks you in, but now it has access to Ice Hammer and Earthquake, which it didn't patches ago. Obviously, recently got them, but you know, those also give you good offensive moves. But its sheer bulk alone is pretty awesome. Generally, I think most people would run Awakening. You could run Staunch if you're going to lead and not want to drop stats of Ancient Roaring against, if you're going against Zulong leads, as an example. The thing with Himber and why it's only number 4 for me is, you know, it kind of struggles in terms of you're locked into only running it in a melee type. Ranged Timber is not gonna win you games. If you lose your health amulet, you have no way of recovery of health. Quick punches, it's only priority, but it's not even a stab move. But like, you know, Zeppelin, Namore, Diborg, you've got Plutox to an extent. Like, these Benelin, like, these Loomians do not appreciate Himber right now. So for me, Himber comes in at a good old number 4 for me. Which then moves us on to our next ones, which gives us our top 3. So in number 3 for me, controversy. Okay, this is where everybody starts going, what? In number 3 for me right now is actually Luminati. Okay. The one thing that Luminati brings, which is fantastic, is versatility. You can run it melee, you can run it defensive, you can run it ranged. It had its secret ability is Power Napper, so you know, you can pivot in and out. It has access to the likes of Rejuvenate. It has access to Peace of Mind, so you can get +1 ranged attack and +1 ranged defense. It has no way of increasing melee attack right now. Its typing, Water Light, is okay, but it suffers from that same issue that Tata has right now. Everything has a dark move. Generally, a lot of typings just have been defaulted with a dark type move, which kind of goes against Luminati in that sense. The thing is, with Power Napper or even with Awakening, you can run this Loomian either way. Arguably, ranged Luminati potentially might be better right now. Just whenever you kind of thrash it out, the fact you can do Peace of Mind, you can Rejuvenate, you can Power Nap, or you can Awaken. The issue with the range side is you are limited to Maroon and I think it's Flash Pulse or Gamma Pulse, essentially, and you get their Flash and Flee. Like Sleet Shot's not going to do enough. On the melee side, its move pool's fantastic. You can run Chili Chomp, Thunder Chomp, Mega Chomp, Hydro Slash. I mean, it has options on the melee side from a move pool point of view. You know, just having a Power Nap and that pivot is absolutely crucial to winning games more than anything. It also gets access to soft water, but potentially run Rejuvenate on that instead. With a good 102 base health, it's really a good health stat to have. But not only that, 90 melee attack, 93 melee defense, 94 range attack. It's got a core to it, I would say, and like as in like it's got a core in terms of its stats, you know, and a bit of fluidities, and even its range defense is 83. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. How does it fare against the new Loomians? Well, ranged against Cosmior, you can do some big boy damage. Probably, yeah, both sets, to be honest with you. Against the likes of the Varies, Zeppelin, if you're on a melee, you're likely to have Thunder Chomp or Chili Chomp. Generally choose you one of those two. Range, you could go Peace of Mind, could get Provoked, which is a pain. It's a good swap in against the likes of Kyrillin. Also to an extent, you know, looking at the other ones, you know, Servalin, it's obviously a melee attacker, but it has Mega Chomp. You don't want to do that. But, you know, watching out for those dark type moves, that's probably what's made it position 3 for me, to be honest with you. But like Luminati can be ran so many ways. That moves me on to my top 2. Okay. For number 2 for me right now is actually Vesperatu. Okay. The reason why I'm Vespin at number 2 is very simple. Its typing is fantastic. You can run it melee offensive, you can run it ranged offensive, you can run it melee defensive, and you can run it ranged defensive as well. Having access to likes of Blood Drain and Revival, you can go and you can 1v1 on the likes of with Cephalops. You can also go on to take hits from things that probably you wouldn't have expected Vesperatu to do, or see it in a defensive capacity. And obviously I'm coming across that a lot more whenever we look at more competitive battles. It's not this old set of Nimble Brawny with the secret ability of Sharp Claws. It's more the range, or a bit of, could be a mixed set sometimes, where they might have Blood Drain, they might run Airblade and Dark Surge and Revival. You know, they might still run Slapdown on it. The thing with Slapdown alone, you get that stab, you're probably running Dark Essence. If they're holding the item, Slapdown just does so much. Removing items wins games. Vesperatu also has access to like Phantom Slash, so you got 2 stab moves there. Slapdown, yeah, 65 power, but you're gonna bulk the life out of that. You also get access to Sharpen. also get access to a priority move, a Shadow Sprint. Luminati doesn't get a priority move. You know, Blood Drain gives you a chance of getting health recovered. Revival, again, health recovery move. You know, you could run it ranged, you could run it with Dark Surge, you could run it with Phantom Slash. If you didn't want to run Slapdown, you could run Mega Chomp as well. You got, you know, Spectral Burst on that as well. It's just, it's fantastic. And with that Dark typing right now, you know, the new Loomians don't appreciate it. Cosmere doesn't appreciate it. You've even some of the, you know, with the lack of introduction of many light types, you know, you'll not really struggle too much with it. And it's no wonder you find Vesperatu on most teams, to be honest with you, because it's a powerhouse either way you look at it. Even if you run Awakening on a ranged one, it's still going to do really well. So for me, the bat is in at number 2, which leaves Valkyrie number 1 right now. For me personally, out of the starters. The reason why I've got Valkyrie number 1 is like the combinations that you can run with this right now. You know, you've got Falk Traps, you've got Falk Lash, you know, running Radiant Forecast, swapping into something that's going to put you under pressure, and the Forecast coming and destroying it. The fact that plant types can't even really enter games right now means that your light type moves are generally gonna live, do some big boy damage. You know, plant is dead. Like, there's plant type Loomians are just destroyed, and what that does, it allows Valkyrie to rise. Also, with the rise of more ancient Loomians coming in, Cosmere, you know, Chirolan, it means its metal typing becomes more and more prominent. Not only that, it is the only starter Final 8 evolution that can get the +2 stat with Magnify. It has also recovery. You've got your 2 stab moves that are big boy damage. You know, it is absolutely superb. Not only that, if you wanted a bit more of variety, you could potentially also run Airblade as well, which gives you another option for what you for you know, the team. You can run Rage and Howl, which is 120 base strength. Another move, you can put in Radiant Forecast partnered with Flash and Flee, and just rotate that, and that combination is absolutely massive right now. You know, you don't necessarily have to run Smart. Nimble, very Smart still has its place. You could run Luster Loot, you could be doing damage and still returning health to you at the same time. So it's in an okay speed tier, not the greatest at 75, but its range attack does enough for you, to be honest with you. So for me, Valkyrie is hands down number 1 right now. You put that in with a good team, like, Valkyrie will rip you apart. We talked about it many times, saying, "Oh, Valkyrie's horrible. It's no good. It's no good." Honestly, Valkyrie's time has come right now. So there's my top 7, guys. There's my top 7. So number 1, we've got Valkyrie. 2, we've got Vesp. 3, Luminati. 4, Himber. 5, Zulong. 6, Serenite. And finally, Tata. If I was to say anything, Tata needs a miracle. Change the secret ability. Get it a plant stab move. Serenite, it needs a ×2 recovery. Zulong, I don't know, like, if you give Zulong a power up move, it kind of gets broken. But Zulong's had its day, like, and Zulong has dominated for a long time. Himber is just steady, like, having those traps up as well is the difference between winning games and losing games. Luminati melee pool is fantastic. Actually would love to see it maybe Frostbeam for small buff. Should it get Magnify? Probably not. think Peace of Mind's enough. Far Focus maybe for melee side. I don't know. Vesperatu right now is top notch, and Valkyrie recovery +2. Type into the new Loomians brought in. It's now in a different level that I would say. So guys, that's my rankings from 7 to 1, where I see the starter final evolutions. Let me know what your guys, how would you rank them? 7 to 1 right now, with the current meta. What do you think these Loomians need? If you do enjoy these videos, please let me know as well, and I'll potentially continue to do them. I'm gonna leave it off there. I'm gonna try and get some battles in. Why not? Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Can I say whoop whoop, keep it country, and I shall see you next time. Bye.